In this video, I want to talk more about resources in particular, and resources that support everyday wellness, and which more have to do with an understanding of the self in relation to the surroundings. So we can think of resources as being both internal and external. And so there's not just these perceptual resources or psychological resources that we can use through metabolizing various neurotransmitters in our body, and also resources in our mind, such as knowledge or the meaning that's direct to our perceptions, our emotions and feelings that energize us and convey different forms of information that's direct to perception, allows us to establish knowns and knowledge, and to also connect with components in the environment and information, where we can, in these situated relations, reciprocal relations, form associations that are direct to learning and memory. For example, when we're perceiving something, we're actively operating that through our working memory and integrating that with various associations that are associated with recognition and cognizance, and various perceptual processes that involve meaning, information, making associations in real time, decision making within that, or it could be maybe innovative behavior or creative behavior that we express through various actions and behaviors that impact our emotions and feelings directly. And that can be positive emotions or insight that's very energizing and stimulating, can produce maybe enthusiasm, or at different times calmness or focused attention. And then there's often a greater acuity there, like sharpness of thought and our perceptual processing, or honing in on particular ideas or sets of information or sets of meaning. And that involves a perceptual load too. So our perception narrows and focuses on a key component, or it can broadly process things in various resolutions, depending on whether or not we're more in this open, dispersed mode that isn't necessarily honing in on a very concentrated element, but is focused and is still high alert and has more of this cognizance of the surroundings. So it moves recognition. It can involve recognition, but it's more open and cognizant of all that's going on. And so we can think of it as combining various sensory modalities or big picture thinking. It's going to be direct creativity and innovative thinking, and our various forms of emotional processing, feelings, actions, and behavior that are all occurring within the self in relation to the self. And this requires us to metabolize various resources throughout perception and our psychological processes and our physiology that's consuming energy. And energy we often get through engaging in a variety of processes that aren't just perceptual or psychological, they also have a physiological component. So there's these constituencies that are formed between the perceptual and the psychophysiological. And that, for example, if you're engaging in physical activity, your body's working harder. If you're resting, your body's restoring these resources and replenishing it, but also metabolizing whatever you ate throughout the day, as well as processing and consolidating information and making these associations in not just memory, but perception and motivation, and also between our emotions and feelings that we've experienced throughout the day. And then at the same time, it's cleansing all these toxins from our brain and improving upon our neural wiring and psychological and perceptual processes through doing things like improving the processing speed of the neuron, which can increase the processing speed of our perceptions and cognitions, or impact our energy level, develop various functions in the brain that are associated with learning memory, and storing that information and building upon what we've learned throughout various days cumulatively through various perceptual, motivational, emotional, feeling-based, action-based behavioral processes, involving various resources that occur internally and that we gain access to through our external relations to them. And it could be through eating, through respiration, like breathing, and through everyday interactions too. And the various psychological processes help to regulate the metabolism of those resources, and also specify the demands that we need to be able to metabolize that. So that's just like a kind of an overview, generally going in a very open and broad directions, kind of like a firework way of discussing personal resources, but I just wanted to start getting you thinking about personal resources, and I'm going to be talking about them a lot more going forward, especially as it's going to be something that's going to interconnect with a lot of the series I'm going to be creating next, these short little mini series that'll have smaller videos and discuss how resources in particular play throughout all those. But just I wanted to kind of give an overview and a snapshot of resources and discuss it in this very big picture way. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon on here.